You just left me, the freshman that don't know, I don't know nothing. But my guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys see, I did move our little setup. I just really feel like we've been sitting at my desk for a very long time, so let's move it around here. So for today's video, I'm going to do another tea time. Hold up. Tea time. My boss lady mug. I'm just gonna hop right into it and be doing my makeup. Let's get started. Let's do my makeup while I explain how I got lost on a run in college. If you guys did not know this, which you guys probably have known this because I've said it a million bajillion times, I was a student athlete. I swam in college. Now, one of our exercises that we had to do, or workouts that we had to do, was run. Now, I'm not a runner. I am not a runner at all. I kid you not. All the sports that I've done, if it involved running, baby, I was not in that sport for long. I'm not the fastest runner, okay? Like, I'm really not. I'll run, but I definitely go at my own pace. Hold up, I really need to focus. I cannot talk and do these brows at the same time. Like, how do y'all be doing that? Because I cannot do that. I really be needing to take my time with my brows because your girl cannot focus. So we had different versions of like runs. We used to run on campus, we used to run in the neighborhoods, but majority on campus, especially in the beginning of the school year, because our freshmen, you know, weren't familiar with the neighborhoods yet. So me being a freshman, I was not familiar with the neighborhood at all. So before we did our usual runs, my coach would put a map out on the board to show where we were running, where we turned, just to give us some sense of direction. Now, I am horrible at directions. I have a horrible sense of direction. I just cannot tell you when, where, none of that. And it's crazy because, you know, I live in a big city and it's the same thing. It's always been like that. I'm just horrible at directions. This was always a challenge for me, but I struggled in silence. Whenever we did our runs, especially my freshman year, I just kind of was still able to see other people. So I didn't really care for directions because I can see where they're going. I can see where they're turning. I was just kind of finessing the system. So I was definitely struggling in silence, which is on me because I don't like asking for help. So I rather just kind of see them, but not let them know that I'm struggling like that. For our homecoming run, it is always a different run that we do. I can't remember if it's longer or what, but it's always a different run. So that is probably our most like anticipated run in the beginning of the school year. This is actually the run that I got lost on, our homecoming run. Mind you, we were running before on campus, majority, like my freshman year. I think a lot of our runs were on campus. This had to have been one of the first runs off campus. So just to give you a little background about like my running abilities, like I said, I am not a fast runner. I was usually like left behind, but still able to see people, so I know where I'm going. So I wasn't that far behind. It's just like I also wasn't up there with them. Like I could still see people when I run. Just to give you some background, because I know some people are like, well, you weren't running with a group, or you weren't running with I was used to it because I was just like, oh my god, I was like, what is on my head, this contour? I was cool being by myself because me personally, I don't even like running with people because I feel like we have to match pace. No, baby, go ahead. Like, you can leave me, I can leave you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, you don't have to match pace with me. I don't like doing that. I don't. Anyway, so that's just a little background on how I used to run, even around campus, like same thing. But mind you, I was always able to see someone and know where I was going. So it doesn't matter about the map and the direction because I was always able to see who was in front of me. Okay, keep that in mind. I was always able to see someone. So homecoming run, boom. And he's putting it on the map. He's putting the map on the board. I'm looking at the board. I'm like, okay, like this is confusing. But like I said, I never cared, because I was just like, I'm gonna always be able to see someone. I don't care if it's in the distance. I don't care if y'all are miles away. I can see you. But that's still me like overcompensating with how bad I am with directions. And Macomb was a very small town. Let me remind y'all of that. Macomb was a small town, so it's not like the map was gonna be big or complicated. Macomb was always a small town. So, but what I'm really trying to get at is to explain that no one did anything wrong but me. I like was so clueless with directions and everything that like I had all the resources, I just wasn't putting it in my head, because I'm like, well, I'm a finesse anyway, so it don't even matter. He has the map on the board. He's explaining where we're going. He's like telling us to turn here, turn there, and I'm just like, okay, period. He's so organized. Like, you know, I'm listening, but I'm not listening. And sometimes our coach used to go on the runs with us, right? We go outside, we get ready for the run, and there is a hill involved in this run, y'all. This is a hill that is like going towards the neighborhoods. This is off, I don't know if I said this, but this is an off-campus run. So now we're going towards the neighborhood, and it's a big hill. This is the hill where you come in and out of campus. So we have to go up that hill, and it is in the beginning of the run. I'm not no runner. I'm definitely not no hill runner, okay? So I was already a little intimidated by the run, but nonetheless, I knew that someone was going to be in my vicinity, especially because it was the hill. It was in the beginning of the run. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get killed right here. So we start our run, and my coach was running with me. Everyone had already like took off, and once we got to the hill, it was just me and my coach. So I'm just like, okay, like, you know, we're running. Like I said, I don't like running with people, because especially not no runner, go at your own pace. Please don't match pace with me, because I take my time. My coach, he's running with me. He's like coaching me through this hill, because I'm literally dying. And at some point, it's me and him. I don't see nobody else. So I'm like, okay, well, at least I got somebody with me. This man takes off. Now, I know I said I don't like running with people, but baby, you just left me, the freshman that I don't know nothing. But mind you, he showed me where to go, but help. So I'm like, okay, like he's taking off, but I'm assuming up this hill, I'm going to see everybody. I'm gonna be able to see everyone. So I get up this hill, and not a swimmer in sight, y'all. No one is there. No one is up this hill. I don't even see people in the distance. Like, I can't see a shirt. I can't see, oh my God, y'all. I was like, where did they go? I thought they disappeared. Thought maybe they got kidnapped. I'm like, I don't see a soul. And like I said, the hill is like in the area that we come in and out of campus. So I'm like, they're not even running back. How else are they getting back into, like, what is going on? Now, at this moment, I was like, okay, now what? Like, now what? So I'm running. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just keep running, and maybe I'll just like run into somebody coming back. So I'm running, and I'm like, no, like this isn't making sense. Like, I don't see anyone coming back. Like, something is off. So then I think, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe they turned. Okay. So I'm like, duh, girl, they probably turned somewhere. So I just turn a corner. I turn down a street, and at this point, I'm in neighborhoods. I'm not even on no main street no more. I'm in like neighborhoods. Like, when I tell you bikes on the lawn, grills out, like this is a neighborhood. And I start to immediately panic. Now I'm starting to freak out. I'm starting to freak out. Okay. At first I was like, there's a chance, but now no. The freaking out is happening right at this moment. Kid you guys not, but I kept running. I did. I kept running. Most people would have been like, girl, why didn't you just stop running? Oh, okay. Let me give you a little bit more background. I feel like I'm leaving out so much. Another thing to note, one, we didn't run with our phones. We didn't have any phone. I didn't have an Apple Watch at the time. So we had, like, there was no way I could contact them because I just did not have a phone. My phone was always like in the locker room. So yeah. And two, yes, my brother was on the team, but we were always split up into groups. So to make it easier, like group 1 would swim first and then run, and then group 2 would run first and then swim, like that. So my brother was in the other group. He was swimming while I was running. It was just a way to split up, because I know people are gonna be like, well, why wasn't your brother, or why didn't you call? That is why. Those are the reasons why I couldn't do that. And I'm in these neighborhoods. I'm new. It was like October, November, whatever. But you know, I'm a freshman. I don't know where I am. I don't know anything about no Macomb neighborhood. I don't know who's friendly, who's not. You know, me being a little black girl, I'm like, at this moment, I'm just really scared because I'm by myself. Nothing looks familiar at all. I keep running, I'm going straight, and I realize that I do see the campus again. So I'm like, okay, this is probably how they got back on campus, right? Now, the part that I'm at, the campus, the area that I'm at, we've ran that area before. So I'm like, oh, okay, so they just started that route. Like, that's a continuation, because that's something we're familiar with. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, this is definitely where we ran back. So I saw that and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just keep running this. I know this route. So I'm like, I'm gonna just keep running this route and see where it takes me. Maybe I'll run into them. That was my thing. I was like, I'm definitely gonna run into them. I am tired, y'all. I am so gassed out. Like, I kid you not, I never stopped running. Like, ever. And you know, a lot of people probably think that I'm lying about that. Like, ain't no way this girl literally got lost and never stopped running. I never stopped to I probably stopped once to reevaluate myself and to calm myself down, because I kid you not, I really felt like I was gonna have a panic attack because I was lost. I got back to campus. I'm running, never stopped, tired. My feet was hurting. I had bad shin split, and oof, horrible, because I'm just not a runner. So I had to deal with that too. I'm still running. I see where we start. So we started by the pool. So I managed to continue that run and I ended up by the pool. So that's where I saw everyone. So I saw them and I'm like, oh my God. Kid y'all not. I was like, no freaking way. I'm saved. Like, that's how I felt. I was like, I'm saved. This is where it starts to get a little funny. I see them and I'm like, okay, here they are. This is where I'm supposed to be. I'm running. I get closer to them, right? I'm getting closer and I notice that they are facing the other way. So at this point, they're looking where we had ran off towards the hill at, and I'm coming like behind, but I'm still running. Y'all gotta give me that. Y'all have to give me that. I was still running, bro. It wasn't fast. It was not fast, but I was taking off. Like, I was still speed lightning up in here. I think I started to run faster because I was like, I see people. So I'm running towards them and mind you, they're not looking at me. They don't even notice that I'm behind them, really. I hear someone go, she's right there. And they turn around. Here's the bogus part too. I forgot to mention this. When we run, whenever someone comes in, we cheer for them. You know what I'm saying? So we'd be like, good job, good job, good job, you know, good job. That's how we do it. They were cheering for me. They're like, come on, keep going, keep pushing. I'm just sitting here like, Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed the whole time. I was embarrassed. Once I lost them, once I got up to the top of that hill, that's when I felt the embarrassment. And each step I took to figure out where they were, it got deeper and deeper and deeper. I was so embarrassed, y'all. So when they were just like trying to cheer me on, like, nah, keep going, keep going, I was so embarrassed by that point. I was like, I wanted to curl up and just like roll over. Because I was just like, oh God, this is, now they noticed that I was missing. Like, I thought I could play it off because, okay, that's the thing. Whole time, I thought I could play it off. I'm like, you know, I'm not that far behind. Like, I can play it off and be like, yeah, I was around y'all the whole time. They noticed. And I come in, right? I come in, they're cheering me on and everything. My coach is still out there. He's like talking to me. Y'all will not believe what this man told me. I'm dying at this point. I'm like hyperventilating. I don't have asthma, but I kid you not, I felt like I had no lungs that day. I was gone. And he's like, congratulations, you did like a whole extra mile. I was like, oh my God, how long have we been out here? That's how I felt. I didn't have like I said, I had no phone, I had no watch, I had nothing. I had nothing to tell time. And me, at that time, it probably took me like 20 minutes to do a mile. So I'm like, what? How long have we been out here? Like, that is so crazy to me. I was so, and then they were like talking about in that moment. He's like, yeah, like I was going to send the boys to go back to like see, like I thought I had to send like ambulance. I was like so embarrassed. Now in my head, I'm over here thinking they ain't noticed. They definitely noticed I was missing and I was lost. Oh my God. And mind y'all, they were looking the opposite way, looking for me. So what does that tell y'all? You know what it tells me? That we were actually supposed to go back that way, and instead I feel like I need to be able to draw a map. So I'm assuming, because mind you, don't mind my eyes because I'm like into it now. Mind you, I still don't know the directions. I still, to this day, you could drop me off on that campus and tell me to do that run and I cannot do it for you, even with the map or not. And I lived off campus for 2 years, and I think I'm familiar with the area now that I was in. I'm sure I knew the area I was in, but I still don't know the correct way of doing that run. You can literally drop me off in Macomb on campus and tell me to do that run and I cannot do it for you, baby. I still don't know how they did it. But what I'm assuming is from where we started to how I ended, the run, this is what I'm assuming it's supposed to be. Up the hill somewhere else and back down the hill. Back to the starting point. Baby, I went up the hill somewhere else, started over a whole different run, and then I did a circle. That's how I felt like. That's how I see, that's kind of how I envision it. Let me finish my eyes. Hold up. Okay, let's finish this look and finish the story. Now, so I'm not embarrassed about it because it happened so long ago. I was a freshman in college, but you can't help but be like, it could have been prevented. It could have been avoided for sure. It was really me running back and seeing and like running towards everyone, looking the opposite way. That's what really put the icing on the cake for me, because I was like, ooh, not I was supposed to come back that way. Never thought that. They told my brother what happened. My brother was like, girl, you got lost during the run. And I'm like, yes, I did. The sad part is I was the butt of the joke every time we ran after that. Even with the new freshmen, as I kept moving up, he continued to bring the joke up. Every time. My coach, every time. If it was the homecoming run, don't get lost like Angel did her freshman year. Like, I wasn't safe at all to him. It was something very shameful, but now, like I said, it's just a funny story because I'm like, I really got lost. I'm still bad at directions, After that, I was still bad at directions. But like I said, I don't like running with anyone, so I might as well. I would rather take that L and get lost than to like keep up, like run with someone. Let me finish this look. Hold on. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. You know, it happens. You live, you learn. I didn't really learn anything. If I learned anything, it's to follow directions, learn where you're going, especially if you're new to the area, learn about the neighborhood, learn about all that stuff, because that could have went south, but I'm glad that it didn't. And you know, keep pushing yourself, because I never stopped running. Follow me on all my social media: Instagram angel_halo17, TikTok mastery17. I will see you guys on Friday. Bye.